Hey, it's Josh Kenwalder here with Orthopedic and Spine Therapy. Here's a quick video to show you how to best stretch your hip flexor or psoas. It's very common that people end up stretching their anterior hip capsule versus actually stretching out the muscle of the psoas. Now just a brief history on this, or a brief anatomy on the psoas, is the psoas actually attaches at your lumbar spine and crosses over in a line into the anterior, the front of your hip. So the best way of stretching that is to really flatten out your back and start to glide your pelvis forward. So what you want to do is you want to get in a half kneeling position, and the wrong way to stretch your hip flexor is to get into this half kneeling position and just lean forward. And if you can see, what's happening is I'm getting an increased curve or extension throughout my low back. A lot of people have back pain as they do this hip stretch, and they usually don't feel too much of a stretch in the front part of their thigh. So what you want to do is you want to stay up tall, and you want to take your pelvis and you want to roll it underneath you, kind of like you're tucking or flattening your back. So it's going to look like this. Tuck. And when you do that, you're going to feel a pull through the front of your thigh. If you get far enough forward, and then you can kind of lean forward, keeping your tummy muscles tight, and start to get a little bit of a stretch up in that hip area as well. If you want to get a little bit more out of the stretch, what you can do is you can breathe with it and use your hands to help engage your abdominal muscles, which will help roll your pelvis back even more. So what that looks like is taking a breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out, you're pushing down with your hands and tightening up your abdominal muscles as you breathe all the way out. You're going to want to repeat that 4 to 5 times if you're breathing and pushing down, which usually equates to about 1.5 to 2 minutes with the stretch. As far as a number of times in a day, my typical recommendation is, if you're stretching, you can't really overstretch. That's not completely true, but most of us don't have time in our busy life to really overstretch something. So kind of stick with that 4 to 5 times with the breathing, and you'll feel a whole lot looser in the front of your hip. Might even help some of your low back pain. Thanks again. This is Josh Kenwalder with Orthopedic and Spine Therapy. We help busy people stay active, healthy, and pain-free without the use of pain medications, constant icing, or costly doctor's visits.